Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. If you're new, welcome. My name is Zoe and this is Willow, one of my African fat-tailed geckos. And today we're going to talk about why reptiles are a better pet than dogs and cats. Listen, I know we love our fur babies. I'm a dog mom now too. I get it, but you can't deny reptiles are easier. And I'm going to give you 10 reasons why. Reason number 1, and the main reason, they don't have fur. You're not getting fur everywhere. It's not all over your furniture. It's not all over your clothes. It's not all over your carpet. It's not clogging up your vacuum. That's the one thing that I miss, is being able to wear my clothes fur-free. It's also good for people that may be allergic to dogs and cats. You can get something like an Argentine Tegu that's basically the size of a puppy dog, but it has no fur. Number 2, they're less expensive to feed. If you keep things like African fat-tailed geckos, you can actually breed their food. You can breed mealworms and dubia roaches and essentially have no expenses other than the startup. Right now, I am dropping money about every 2 weeks on dog food, because I've got a growing puppy. What I spend on her food every 2 weeks is essentially what I spend in a month on all 30 plus of my animals. Number 3, they don't need constant care and attention. I can walk in the reptile room, check on everyone's waters, spot clean, feed, and then be done for the day, other than when I come in to hang out with them. My puppy needs me to entertain her constantly. She's also part husky, so she yells at me constantly. The reptiles are much quieter, but she's high energy. She needs to go outside, she needs to play, she needs mental enrichment. I'm constantly making up Kongs and freezing them, and all sorts of different treats and toys, buying puzzle feeders, buying other toys just so she can shred them to pieces in like an hour. Where the reptiles could care less if I came in and hung out with them. Number 4, we already mentioned, but it's on the list, I'm going to mention it, and that's that you can breed their food. You can breed dubia roaches. You can breed superworms, or mealworms. You can also breed superworms. It just takes a little bit more time and energy and commitment. So I've done it. Didn't last very long, but I did do it. So if you're super committed, you can breed all of those insects. I'm just not super committed. If you have snakes, you can also breed your rodents. That's so not my thing, but some people do it and it would save you money. Number 5, usually they cost less. Now, of course, there's going to be some super expensive reptiles, but on average, especially if you're getting a purebred dog, they usually cost a pretty penny. Where a lot of your reptiles are going to be like $200 and less. If you want to get something a little more fun and a little less common, maybe $300 to $500. But in general, quite a bit less than buying, say, a dog, especially if you're going through a breeder. Now, I would like to interrupt this video to tell you that Sable does now have her own Instagram account, so be sure to go over to Instagram and give her a follow. We'd highly appreciate it. This is where I'm going to be posting most of her training videos, because she has been so fun to train and she is so smart, so I really wanted somewhere that I could post all of that. So that will be there on her Instagram, so make sure to go give her a follow. Number 6, they don't take up as much room. Now, not that dogs and cats particularly have like one main area. They're all over your house. So you walk into my house and you would think we have a small child. There's toys everywhere. I clean them up, I put them in the toy bin. 5 minutes, they're all over again. We've got Kongs everywhere. We got treats that she couldn't find stuck underneath the TV stand. We have 3 dog beds. We have a crate. We have multiple blankets. Most of your reptiles only need about a 4x2x2 space or 40 gallon worth of space. They've got their box essentially, and they're good to go. Of course, if you're messy like me, maybe you do have leaf litter and moss thrown about the floor, bits of dirt here and there, an escaped mealworm beetle or 2. But in general, everybody has their space. They're not all over the house. So say you have just a leopard gecko. You could keep that leopard gecko in a 40-gallon breeder tank on top of a dresser. And that's all the space it's going to take up. Number 7, you don't have to let them out to go to the bathroom. When you have a puppy, not so much for cats because they have a litter box, though you do have to clean the litter box. But for something like a dog, you do have to let them out constantly throughout the day to go to the bathroom. Your reptiles? They're going to go to the bathroom right inside their enclosure, and then you just have to spot clean it. If you're lucky, I know some people don't like this, I find it lucky, if you're lucky, they'll go to the bathroom in their water dish. Then the dirt stays clean, you know where they went to the bathroom, you pull that water dish right out, sanitize, refill it because you probably had to refill it anyway, put it back in. Easy peasy. To go off of that, they don't go to the bathroom as often. Especially if we're talking about snakes, they're definitely not going to poop as often because they don't eat as often. So cleaning up after them is fairly easy. And if you have things like leopard geckos, they tend to pick one spot to go to the bathroom in, and that is their spot, which makes cleaning so easy. You don't have to walk around the yard with a shovel looking for where they went to the bathroom. It's all usually in one corner. Number 9, you can provide enrichment for them, and that's all they really need for enrichment. They don't need you to play toys with them and take them for walks and run around with them and give them pets and belly rubs. Which, I mean, let's be honest, I know that's the fun part of owning a dog. But again, we're talking about how reptiles are low maintenance compared to dogs. So the reptiles, to keep them mentally stimulated and give them exercise, you give them enrichment. You give them things to climb on, things to explore, leaf litter to climb around in, rocky backgrounds to climb on, and that gives them their exercise, gives them their mental stimulation, make them hunt for their food. Dogs and cats, you gotta play with them, you gotta give them affection. Reptiles could care less about your affection. And lastly, you don't have to take them on walks. Some people enjoy it, but it's more like sitting out and you're sunbathing while your animal walks around. Like Muppet, my Argentine Tegu. I take her outside so she can get UVB, get some exercise, but she's not moving fast. Essentially, I sit and I sunbathe while she walks around and explores. Where my dog, I actually have to put on like workout gear and sneakers and take her to a trail and put on a leash and actually walk. I myself have to exercise, which isn't a bad thing. It's actually a pro of owning a dog. It forces me to finally get out and like go for walks. But if you're someone that doesn't really like to do that, reptiles may be a better choice for you. Or just a dog that's not very high energy, but I feel like all dogs still need to go for walkies. Can you think of some other reasons that reptiles are better pets than dogs and cats? Maybe you have reasons that dogs and cats are better than reptiles. Let's discuss them in the comments below because I'm very curious on your thoughts. And as always, thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you in the next video. Bye!